All right, it is absolutely a beautiful day for an inspection. So excited for these buyers. Remember, this is a 360 video, so feel free to look around wherever you'd like. And I'm gonna go over what an inspection is today, and actually you're gonna get to hear from Chad, one of the top inspectors in the San Diego, Southern California area. His company is called Aztec Home Inspections. He's fantastic, does an extremely thorough job. And so you'll get to hear from him on, kind of what he looks out for. And then I'm gonna give you a tour of the home afterwards, so be sure you stick around for that. And kind of talk a little bit about what this inspection process is for you as a buyer, and honestly for you as a seller, because it kind of, it's a little bit of a scary process because you get to find out everything that's wrong with the home, or hopefully you do, and hopefully there's not a whole lot that's wrong. So this is the loft area. Came up here because Chad is here, so gonna get to hear from Chad in just a second, finishing a couple items up. Here's the laundry room. Some storage up here, which is fantastic. Chad, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. So if you look right over there, that is Chad. He is with Aztec Home Inspections. Like I said, best inspector here in Southern California. So Chad, if you could just tell us a little bit about like what you look for specifically in a home, just a really basic overview of a home inspection.
Yeah, we do things like check the kitchen stuff like the range, oven, microwave, dishwasher. I observe under all the sinks as the water's draining to look at all the valves, look for leaks, make sure that hot water heater is working at every sink and shower fixture where when it's supposed to. Make sure toilet, sink fixtures, shower valves are installed properly. We'll get manufacturer date of heating systems, AC components, year capacity of water heaters. Yep. We'll run the heat and the AC, and we'll make sure we get proper temperatures at every register in the house as well. Okay. Function of doors and windows. Obviously garage doors, safety features. This type of roof is made out of concrete tiles, so I won't walk it, but I will fly the drone over it to get some pictures.
That's a really good point, because some of the older homes, roof can be a spendy item to replace.
Yes.
So looking out for that.
And even with the concrete roof tiles, this house isn't too old, built in 2017, but it's still not uncommon to see some that are cracked or maybe slipped out of place. So the drone usually picks up on some of that stuff. So those are kind of, in a nutshell, some of the things that we're looking for at a home inspection here.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, he does an awesome job. And thank you for your time. I'm going to give him a tour of the home, and you'll hear me keep talking for a little bit. So
you got it.
Head downstairs. So we'll start with the first story, and this is a really cool house because it actually has it's called Next Gen. It's kind of like the current marketing, but it's a lock-off casita area, if you will. So basically a built-in granny flat that is included in the structure of the home instead of being separate. So this is that living space right here. So you have a nice little, space for living. A little kitchenette. So no built-in oven here or a dishwasher, but kind of a small little kitchenette, and you could add some stuff if you wanted to, but really cool because you could actually rent this out. That's a separate door right over there if you wanted to rent this out to somebody or do an Airbnb or anything like that. So here's one of the downstairs bedrooms, full of the owner's furniture currently and clothes and whatnot. So we just opened escrow on this place about 5 days ago. And so this is the home inspection. And kind of what this is we're gonna look around the house, kind of like Chad said, and look for all of the things that could be problematic. So if it's a toilet that's leaking or leaking under a sink, or especially if it's on the second story, you could see it coming through the ceiling. We want to make sure that we find all of that, and that way you as a buyer know what you're getting into, and you're not walking into something that you're not expecting as far as a really big bill. So head out to the kitchen and main living space. Here we are. So you can see this was built in 2017, like Chad mentioned, so it's a really nice open floor plan. Beautiful hardwood floors, nice big island, open to the living space and the dining room. So really a fantastic house here. Head over to the garage. You have a double oven, gas range right here, your dishwasher, really a sweet setup. Here's your downstairs bathroom. Head into the garage. This is a nice 3-car garage, definitely a huge positive. Extra storage, and if you have multiple vehicles, obviously really convenient to be able to have all of this space. right inside the house. See, that's another thing he would inspect right there. So this one actually has 2 tankless hot water heaters, which is fantastic. So since it's a newer home, that's kind of the style now. You don't ever run out of hot water. Fantastic upgrade if you don't have one of those. But just looking at the functionality of that, making sure that hot water is reaching every single sink, everything like that. Head outside really quick before we head back upstairs. And outside here, you'll see they have a pool. And one thing these sellers did is, have this pool installed. It didn't come with the house, but also they have owned solar. So here, it's a little warm, especially today. And being able to run the air conditioning and your pool equipment and just be able to live comfortably in your house is a huge benefit of having owned solar. So birds hanging out. So here's the backyard, the built-in fireplace here. And you see a hot tub overflows into this beautiful swimming pool. So the buyers are going to put, kind of warm that area back up over there if you look where I'm pointing, and put like a little covered area and maybe a built-in barbecue, some stuff like that. Walk around the side here and show you the condensers. So, you know, looking at the air conditioning would be another system that's looked at. And so basically, to kind of get back to what the inspection is, specifically for you as a buyer, is just to make sure that as many little details that we can take a look at are inspected, and that way you really know, hey, these are the things I'm expecting to need to repair when I come into this house. Or if there's things that are bad enough, especially like health and safety items. We're in a seller's market right now, so just to kind of put that in perspective, in a seller's market there's a lot of competition as buyers, and so when you're in that request for repairs process, sellers are not as flexible right now because there's not a lot of inventory, there's a lot of buyer demand, and so they kind of have the upper hand when it comes to negotiations. So like I said, health and safety items right now could still be something that you talk about, just depending on what they are, but it all kind of just depends on the market that you're in. So currently, like I mentioned, a little bit of a seller's market. Head upstairs so you can see this awesome loft area where we were hanging out earlier. Have nice hardwood floors up here as well. So this is the master bedroom. Kick these lights back on, hopefully. There we are. Awesome master bedroom here. Toilet right here. You have a separate shower and bathtub. Shutters in here. Big walk-in closet. Just really a fantastic space. Sorry to spin you around there for a second. Here's the actual bedroom. Sorry, no lights on in here currently. So one thing that we didn't talk about when we were kind of chatting with Chad was on a home like this, you know, it's newer, so hopefully there's not really going to be many issues, but if we did find some bigger issues when it came to something like plumbing or the HVAC system, the air conditioning, or the roof, then at that point we would look at potentially bringing in a specialized contractor that's what they do for a living. And so be able to give you like a really precise opinion on, you know, whether that system needs to be replaced, or if it has, you know, X number of years, or if it just needs a tune-up, anything like that. And so you get to hire this general inspector like Chad, check everything out, and then from there you can do some further investigations if you need to. So this would be bedroom number 5 if you have not been counting. So this is a nice big house. We got 2 more rooms at the end of this hall, and one of them actually has its own ensuite, which is a really nice upgrade for some family member. Let's see who that is. So here's the bedroom with the ensuite, and head in here. So you see it's got a toilet and shower here. Super nice. Also, you know, could second as another guest space. That way they can kind of have their own bathroom. Looks like Chad's in our last bedroom. Go check out the last bedroom. It's nice and pink in here. So Chad's looking at like the ceiling in here, everything like that, making sure the doors are closing properly, fire alarms, you know, see if the carpet or the flooring's bad, things like that. So if you have any questions about this process, would love to be a resource for you. So feel free to shoot me a text, give me a call, anything like that. Really, no matter where you're at, happy to give you some input on, you know, what the escrow process looks like, what this request for repairs process looks like, because it's a little bit of a veiled industry. I feel like, you know, real estate's a little bit misunderstood. Actually, sometimes a lot of it misunderstood. So these buyers today are just having this inspection done. Like I said, get to know everything that they can about this house, and we'll turn that report over to the sellers, see if there's any big items that we might ask for like a credit on. So what would happen is we would ask for potentially a credit at closing, and then at closing, instead of, let's say you're all in down payment, closing costs, everything, we're going to be, just for simplicity's sake, let's say $100,000. Let's say you asked for $3,000 in seller credit. So then at that point, you would only need to bring in $97,000 to close. So that's kind of what an example of a credit is. Otherwise, you can actually ask for repairs as well. So I hope that was helpful. Again, Isaiah Votaw here with Redefine Realty in Coldwell Banker West. Give me a call. I would love to be a resource for you. My phone number is 619-684-6829, or my personal cell as well, 503-840-8667. And thank you so much for watching, and hope this was helpful to you. Let me know if you have any questions. Happy to respond to those down in the comments. Talk to you guys soon.